Now, your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So between now and about 9 a.m., we'll have a fair amount of cloud cover around, but I don't expect to see much in the way of any kind of rainfall. The cloud cover will kind of hold down the temperatures a bit today, and so we'll have the rain showers around. I don't think we'll see as many big storms as we saw yesterday because the temperatures will be lower, but we'll have a few, and they will produce some pretty good rainfall. 60% chance of afternoon showers, thunderstorms possible, and then those kind of taper off as we head into the 7 p.m. time period. Quiet right now on radar, and we continue to monitor that area of disturbed weather to the south. Computer model plots of this system at this hour continue to show a cluster of solutions that take it up toward Mobile, Alabama, back toward Louisiana Delta region. There might be a little bit of a nudge further to the west by 100 miles or so with this latest computer batch of models, but we still have the American model that tends to bring it a little bit, some of the runs continue to bring it a little bit closer to the state of Florida, but as a weaker system, so there's still some uncertainty in the weekend forecast. I will be absolutely upfront about that. We'll wait and see as this system moves into the Gulf waters and actually begins to form. Once it does that, and we see what's going on with it and what its structure is and what its path might be, we'll have a better idea of being able to hone down the forecast a little bit more specifically. But given these two scenarios, here's what I think will happen. The European model makes the storm system a little bit stronger, keeps it a little bit further away from us. We get bands of showers and thunderstorms moving through here with the heaviest of the weather offshore, strengthening as it lifts up toward the northern Gulf Coast. There could be some significant flooding because of the slow motion of this system as it moves onshore over the course of several days. That's one issue. Then the rainfall estimates of that put heavier rainfall on the west coast of Florida because the system is stronger. Further out, we get the rain bands coming in one after another. And we get maybe as much as 5 inches of rainfall with pockets, perhaps, of 8-inch rainfalls. What does that mean? Well, if it comes down all at once, obviously we're going to get some low-lying flooding. The ground gets saturated, the culverts fill up, drainage becomes a problem, and, get some slosh over on roadways. Low-lying areas get flooded. You know how that goes. Also, down the road, river flood warnings could be a problem. The Myakka River, the Little Manatee, the Horse Creek, all of those, the Alfaya in Hillsborough, all could be a real problem down the road if we get that excessive rainfall. We'll be monitoring that really kind of hour by hour. We have some heavy rainfall potential up toward Mobile, Alabama as well, if that scenario is true. Here's the American model, closer to the state of Florida, a weaker system. In this case, I think the heaviest of the rain would probably fall in South Florida and over on the other coast and up in toward the Big Bend region. There, the system moves onshore. Again, a slow mover. Again, a heavy rainfall potential. Either way, we get wet this weekend. Here's the rainfall forecast for the American model. And again, the rainfall totals are a little bit less for us, a little bit higher down for South Florida, but no matter, we'll have to watch it carefully over the weekend to see how many bands of those rain showers we get. Plus, there's a potential, slight potential, a 2% right now potential for some damaging wind in the form of maybe a spin-up of a brief tornado or perhaps a waterspout. Mostly for the Keys, mostly for South Florida, but it does include a sliver of the Sun Coast as well. We'll watch how that evolves. I'll put that in the kind of low category right now, but not vanishingly low. And heavy rainfall, that's a potential. We'll give that a medium risk potential. Could see some, of course, the problems that I just mentioned with the heavier rains. And then rough seas and rip currents, wave action, that I'll put in the high category. Nobody should be out on the water over the weekend. So here's the severe thunderstorm risk for today. We don't have one. Tomorrow, this sliver of our area in a 2% risk. Better chances for South Florida and the Keys. Here's your forecast for boating today. Not so bad. Southeast wind increasing during the nighttime, though, and getting stronger as we head into the weekend. Saturday night into Sunday morning, those winds picking up to about 20-25 miles per hour, maybe some gusts to 30. You'll certainly notice that. It shouldn't do any structural damage, but it could bring down a tree limb or two and maybe lead to a sporadic power outage. Not impossible. First alert weather days for the potential of some heavy rainfall, and those rains continue on into next week. Yeah, it's not going to be a great weekend.